Hey fellas, so went drafting last night, as you may have guessed, as I often do. So we had two drafts. We drafted M12. First draft, I ended up starting off with blue and other stuff, and well, in the end, when push came to shove, I ended up running a 3-color deck, and I don't like running 3 colors. Not an M12 draft. In fact, unless you're doing a multicolor based block, it's usually a bad idea to try and run 3 colors in a draft. Though if you can make it work, it'll be strong. What ended up is, in black, I was running a pair of Gravediggers, a pair of Sorin's Thirst, and a Drifting Shade. So my black was reasonably strong, you know? Artifact, I had Swiftfoot Boots, Rusted Sentinel, which I'm not particularly keen on, but it is a body, and it's not a small body either. I mean, it's a 3/4, for 4 mana. Yeah, it comes into play tapped, but other than, of course, the fact that you can't block with it the turn you cast it, it's not too different from having Summoning Sickness anyway, you know? Elixir of Immortality, that actually ended up coming in kind of handy because there were, my first round opponent was running a mill deck. And that's the thing to keep in mind about mill decks. If you draft mill in core set, you can make it work. Most frequently on account of the fact that people won't take the mill cards. You're free to take them with almost with impunity. You know? Monolith, help with color fixing. In green, I had a pair of Rampant Growth, so I figured between the Monolith and a pair of Rampant Growths, I might have enough mana fixing to be able to really make this work. I also had a Jade Mage, that was fun. Giant Spider, good defensively. Trollhide's not a bad enchantment. Sacred Wolf, it's a 3/1 hexproof. The other week, I think I mentioned, someone showed me that I was on the receiving end of Trollhide and Sacred Wolf put together. And it's nasty. It's nasty. And I was able to use it on someone else this weekend. That won me a game. That was awesome stuff. Also had a pair of Cudgel Trolls and a Lure. It was really nice. My first round opponent, he was milling me. And at one point, he milled out my Cudgel Troll. And he's like, oh, good. And then I drew my second Cudgel Troll and played it. And then I played the second Cudgel Troll. It's like, you should have seen the look on his face. He's got this look on his face like, what? 2 Cudgel Trolls? Oh, hell. Because that was in game 1, you know? I ended up beating him. 2-zip. Tough game. One of the games was tough, one of them wasn't. You know? But that's how it works out. Red, I was running a Shock, a Bonebreaker Giant, a Volcanic Dragon, and a Chandra's Phoenix. I was really hesitant on that one too because I'm running 4 red cards, 2 of which have double red in the casting cost, but what are you gonna do, right? I don't know. Sideboard stuff, I had a couple of cancels, an Ether Adept, a Negate, an Aven Fleetwing, a Monolith, and a Skywinder Drake, and an Amp and Cutthroat, and a Flight. I just didn't think my blue was strong enough to be worth running. Maybe I was wrong on that. Maybe it was the wrong decision. I don't know. That, of course, we also had new players drafting, and new players throw drafts all to hell. I mean, just throw them all to hell. Like, the guy to my left, pack 1, he opens, and he takes a Lightning Elemental as his first pick. 3 colors and a red for a 4/1 haste. Lightning Elemental in draft, it's a bad card. It really is. Lightning Elemental is frequently in the last handful of cards to be drafted because it's just a bad card. But he first picked a Lightning Elemental. I'm like, what? And he passed a Grave Titan! Passed a Grave Titan. Apparently a lot of people, for some reason, think 6 is a very high amount of mana to try and reach in a draft. And it is the top of your mana curve. It really is, but you can still reach it pretty reliably, and I don't know. I just don't know. Had a zombie infestation on my sideboard, a stampeding rhino, a bountiful harvest that I got stuck with, a pair of slaughter cries, plummet, lurking crocodile, a hunter's insight, and an alabaster mage. You know, the mage was hate drafted. I can't remember any other rares I might have gotten. I got a Call to the Grave and a Gin of Wishes out of the prize pool. It was alright. Second draft, I had a really good deck, and I should have done better with it. I still came in second place, which was, it's respectable, you know. But it's running let's see what we got here. Had an Onyx Mage, a Sorin's Thirst, a Doomblade, 2 Child of Night, 2 Devouring Swarms, a Vampire Outcast, a Tormented Soul, a Taste of Blood, a Flame Blast Dragon, 2 Chandra's Outrage, Stormblood Berserker, 2 Blood Ochres. I was main decking a pair of Goblin Arsonists, Goblin Tunneler, Fiery Hellhound, and a Great Sword. I'll tell you something right now. The ability to use the Tunneler to make even just the Child of Night, the 2/1 lifelinker in black, make that unblockable end of turn, suit it up with the sword, swing. People don't like that action. They really don't. It's awesome. What else? First pack, my first picks was my opened a Flame Blast Dragon, first pick that. Then I took an Onyx Mage, Doomblade, and Dragon Skull Summit, which someone plucked out of the prize pool. I kicked it in. I ended up picking up a lot of rares in there. Oh, and I had to throw in a Vampires main deck and a Royal Assassin main deck as well. Those I kicked into the prize pool. I got them back. Yay. What else did I have? Sideboard, I had a Crumbling Colossus and a Thran Golem. I picked up the Thran Golem, I think somewhere in pack 2, but when I was done drafting and I started looking over my cards, I realized the only enchantment, the only aura I had to put on him was a Fire Breathing. I'm like, you know what? No, just toss them both to the side, you know? So, what I have off to the side? I had a Zombie Goliath, a Mind Rot, Fire Breathing, a Fling, Goblin Piker, a third Goblin Arsonist. I actually ended up cutting the Goblin Arsonist because I was trying to put more stuff in the deck and was going to fit into a 40-card deck, and I'm like, alright, I got to cut something. I don't need 3 Arsonists. Bye-bye. You know? Happens. What else I got here? Flight, an Autumn Veil, Kite Shield, a Lifelink, 2 Banished Veterans, a Griffin Sentinel, a Serra Angel, and I also hate drafted an Archon of Justice, which I got back out of the prize pool. Yeah, I had some strong white, but I didn't want to go 3 color, and I figured that overall my black and my red was stronger and more reliable than my white. So that was that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I also picked up Foil Bell Tower Sphinx out of the prize pool. It's alright. It's nothing to write home about. But hey, you know, I got it. And this deck overall did pretty well. One of my opponents, we went 3 games. We were 1-1. Third game, I hammered him down to 1. And then he turned the game around and milked me out. At the end of the game, I had 5 lands in my hand. He milled out every single good draw I had left in my deck. And I was stuck with 5 lands in my hand. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, what can I mean, every now and again, yeah, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Deck should have done better. I should have done better with that deck than I did. I should have. But it didn't perform badly, you know. it was reasonably solid. I mean, even the 3-color deck. The 3-color deck, is, for all its flaws, was still fun to play. It really was. And that's why I draft. I'm there to have fun. I'm there to play the game. All well and good, right? Hopefully, by the end of tomorrow, I'll have all this Chronicles filed away. And tomorrow, Sunday. And then on Monday, I can get going on something, on another core set, And, well, that's that, So, have a good night, fellas. Be good. Stay safe, etc., so forth. Emphasis on the whatnot. And blah, 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 yakety schmackety with a nice tall frosty glass of OJ. And if you get that reference, you really do deserve a cookie. Later, guys.